Hey guys, Darcy Bro here, and today if you're watching this video, basically you don't have much knowledge of FNF, and I'm basically going to just show you that I also don't, but what I've learned and what probably would help you rather than going through thousands of videos, you still might need to go through thousands of videos, but in case you want just a little bit of information on how to possibly do a bunch of things, basically what I've learned from watching 100 videos basically is that in order to do basically anything you want to like, especially in FNF, the Psych Engine seems to be the easiest, since when you load up the song, right, or whatever you're loading it up, you're just like, okay, let me play the mod. I'm gonna mute it because we'll get to certain other parts. So basically, like for example, how you'll see here, this says sub to YT Dark. I didn't really customize the full intro text because I will do that later, but that takes actual coding. And in case you're like me and you have zero coding skills or baby coding skills, that aren't even really coding skills because maybe you only code on Scratch like me, then yeah, that's not going to be helpful here because Scratch does not prepare you for what this is at all, like whatsoever. So that being said, when you got things like this where you need a chance like intros and stuff, it's kind of iffy. Like adding, cutscenes, you do need to code for that, and unfortunately, I cannot, so I will not be able to show you that, but I can show you where you'd put stuff. So basically, if you hit 7 right here on the title screen, you have a bunch of options like week editor, menu editor, and all that, for like the menu characters and stuff, um, and like dialogue. And now I know so we're gonna start with the basic ones of like how to do all these in one video. So if you go to week editor, I've all you have to do really is simply just take this. See, I don't, I don't have the holding thing, so I have to tap it. Basically, you just put in the name of the song that you're gonna play. For example, you're like Kaioken, Super Saiyan, and sorry, it's Kaioken, and then you just, I think like that, yeah, yeah. So it's supers, and then like Saiyan, like that, and then you just comma in between them, and then like Ultra Instinct. So you would do something like that, right? Then let's say you wanted a character, for example, if you want, like, I don't know, 2 BFs, or maybe you want 3 BFs. Why not? We just have the trio going, doing the nodding capella song. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, or maybe you just want, the girlfriend in the middle. I don't know, and then 2 girlfriends. Why not? Or maybe the mom is on this side actually. Um, this is where you can change your character, and you can change your character to basically anyone. For example, I think there's SSBF, which is one of my characters. Then I have another character that's just dark. Oh wait, I forgot it's capitalized. But yeah, so then you can also change the background here. See, as you see, it's no longer there to like, I don't know, Philly, I think is how, yeah. So now you can see the train little thing. And that's what this is. It's just the background, so you can just put like school, I believe. Oops, don't know how to spell school. There you go. And then this is for the name. For example, the name in the top right, as you can see it clearly disappearing. Basically, it's like extra. It's not really the name of the week, but it's like the title. Like like when they have those extra notes, like when you highlight Kyle Ken, it says him actually trying or something stupid, or like less than 0.001%. So in this case, let's say we were doing this, it'd be like stronger than Shaggy, right? Just stronger than like Shaggy. You don't have to capitalize it, but because grammar, I really like to capitalize. This, I don't really know. I don't think many people know what this is. All I know is that it's for when you push R. For example, like whenever you want, like with the week, how it shows the score, so the week score, you could just hit R and it will change it back to 0. It's actually a good note that most people don't know, but like you can, like, for example, if you're trying to be like, how can you get a better week score than me, or actually be in top left, right? Yeah, for the week score. So yeah, it'd be like, oh, you get a better score than me, and then you'd be like, I have a million score, and then you hit R, and then they would have 0, and then they could see how much points they can get in that week. case you're like trying to do a challenge to see who can get the most points. The week file is basically right here what you want this logo to be. I don't really have any extra logos, so like you could put week 6, 7 is not in here, I don't think. Yeah, so 4, 3, 2, 1 come all with the game. And I believe tutorial, if I know how to spell that. Yeah, tutorial. The tutorial thing does also pop up. So all these are options. These are basically if you have extra images and all that stuff. And you can actually hide it here. Like, for example, if you don't want it to show up in the story mode, which means if they go to story mode, it doesn't show up at all, like it says. And there you go. So this other tab here is if you want to lock it, so that means they literally can't play it until they play the tutorial, in which case if there is no tutorial, then they ain't playing it ever. Now, that being said, you can also change the difficulty, like baby mode, and then, like, for example, if you want, like, baby, and then you just put, like, I'm gonna put capitals. You do need the difficulties, though, and then normal, don't forget the space, sorry, normal, and then let's say hard, we'll do that. Yeah, and then you can go into free. There's 3 options down here where if you have an existing week that you want to load in and make some changes, you just hit that, and then you would go to it. For example, I have the week 1, which I will not be showing at this moment, but then you got the save week, which I'll show in a second. But then you go here for if what it would look like in the free play. So as you can see, the dad icon is over it because that's who you have. For example, you could put like I don't know, BFs. I think it doesn't. Okay, yeah, it would have to go in my mods folder. So yeah, then you can also, and as you're selected on it, as you can see, here, you would just, you could change it to like maybe this is a specific color because as you can see, when you're highlight over Super Saiyan, it's blue background and then pink because you changed this. So you could do that and then like change it to whatever Kyle can. And obviously, if you need to copy a color or paste a color, you could just easily do that like simply. So and like if you're like, oh, I want this color over here, boom. And this hide week is the same as the first one where you could just hide it and then someone goes to free play, they will not see it. Um, this is for like if you're putting like extra characters, or something, you can put your custom character here, and then like maybe you're like, and then if you don't want like a character, you can BF, I don't know, and you're like, yes, girlfriend is the Ultra Instinct. So then after you do all these and you've added all these and you've done everything that you feel like doing here, then you just hit save week. I recommend you either put it in your quick access folder over here, which I did not. I'm stupid because I put them in. Well, at first I didn't even put them anywhere, and I realized that you can't just go to your downloads folder and just hit the button. So instead, what I've done is I've actually put it on my desktop so I can like go to the characters and all that, and then like put it here, And the place you want to put them for your thing is you want to make sure that you have your own mod thing. So like for example, I have the mods folder, and you would go to your folder with your mod in it, and then you'd go over to the weeks here and then put it in. Like boom, I'm not gonna replace that, but yeah, you just put it in, and yeah, call it a day there. Um, Now that we're done with that, we're gonna go to the next one. The menu editor is pretty obvious. You just literally add a load of character. For example, you could put it wherever you would normally put them. For example, boyfriend's normally the big character, so just remember that the enemy character is always smaller than the boyfriend character, quote unquote boyfriend character. So you have to remember that. And girlfriend's like medium size, but she's normally like kind of faded out in the back more. So if you just want to remember that, it's actually a pretty good thing. If you use that, because for example, you have to make sure you have the menu, but you could put certain characters. I don't know, and the thing is that if you have like character files, you could, I think if I do character and then like underscore ssbf, I forget. No, I forgot the file name. Damn, I forgot the file name. And this is actually where you can like load some characters, because in case you don't know what the file name is, obviously you don't want to be stuck. So you click load character, and you could go to that character. I don't know, go to the mods, and it depends on where you put your character, because normally you'd put it in under images and then menu characters. I don't remember if it allows you to go through regular things. For example, if I go to images here, and I think if I go to characters, yeah, it doesn't show up because it's not a menu character JSON, so it will not appear. And this is where you could actually save characters too, in case you want them doing specific animations, like if you've got, you know, oh my god, I crashed it. I crashed it from forgetting to change the file name. Dang. Well, that's really unfortunate. Um, yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Okay, we're not. No one talk about that. But yeah, that's basically that. That's really all it is. It's just for the menu characters for when you're, selecting your week. Dialogue is pretty obvious. You just come here. You can, if you don't have any portraits like I do, and because you're poor, or you're just not good at art, you can just change it, because they have 5 regular ones that show you up here what it says. Confused, shocked. Don't even know if that's really what that is. That looks like more like intimidation type thing. And excited, I don't know. So you could do things like and then girlfriend's also a character on here that you can do. I don't think mom is. Yeah. But so the boyfriend and girlfriends are automatically on here. She has her own one. She got the shock. She got the confused. She got the demon. The 4. She's not. She doesn't got that PO'd one. For example, you could have the girlfriend be like, and this is where you would do the text. You'd be like, where you put the cereal. Oh, I almost put cereal the wrong. Cereal. I think I still spelled it. How did I spell it wrong again? Cereal. Where'd you put the cereal? And then you put like angry text box. And you can make it to where she speaks it pretty quickly, like if you, or slowly. Like, for example, if you want her to like make it sound like dramatic as possible by increasing it, it's like, you know. And then all you have to do is put O to get rid of this, or P to add the next one, and then you can make them like scared, like, "Ah," or like this, like, and then you could put like, what, or or sorry, it depends on what you want to say. You can have like beep, bo, be, beep, and then you can make them like do it quickly, like beep, bo, beep, because he's confused, like, what are you talking about? And then you make go back like girlfriend, and then she's like, oh my god, I hate when it does that. Like, I know what you did. No, no, no. And then make her do it very quickly, like Sonic speed. It will be almost. If you want it to like this, this is almost instant. This is literally instant. So this is literally, there's like no animation on it. It's just instant. This is like almost instant, kind of mostly instant. Yeah. So then you could be like that. So then it would look like this, and the A&D would let you go through them. So it'd be like, where'd you put the cereal? Uh, what? I know what you did. And then you can load actually other ones for like, you know, you just have to go wherever you saved them. Most case scenario, you either go into your folder, your mods folder, and then you just simply, like, once you go in there, you just go to your mods folder. Then you go into your songs. Usually you have a thing there for like, what you want to call it, your dialogue. Um, I believe if I go into songs of this one, no, I just forgot my folder again. Dang, I guess it doesn't want to show up. Uh, yeah, it doesn't want to show up. Okay, because it's going through desktop. That makes sense. This is why you should just have your mod folder, your mod thing for your full actual folder, like this, just on your quick access rather than on your desktop, because it does complicate things like this, because then you have to actually go back, put it in, go back, put it in. You know what I mean? And then in order to save it, all you have to do is again go either to your mods folder, then go down to songs, as long as you have the folder already here, and if you haven't, you can just make a new one and then call it a day and add it there. I'm not gonna add mine because I'm still working on a lot of bugs So yeah. Then this is for if you have a portrait thing to add, whether you're trying to add it in the middle, add it over here. This is where you can scale how small or big your character is. This is where you could actually load the character in case you have the JSON files for the portrait, and you can actually just change if you need specifics rather than like if you want center, but you want it to be like over here a little bit or over here to where he's like literally talking into it, so that you just ding, 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 and it looks like he's actually speaking. Wait for it. There we go. And we'll just look at that. It's coming straight out of his mouth. This is where the animations and how it looks like. It looks kind of weird. It looks like the Sonic Endless thing, but we're not gonna talk about that. It literally does. And this is where you can put the like things like that. It will show you, and then you put the loops because you do need the loop, and then you need the XML file for it. And then this is where you find the file for the portrait thing for the files. And then yeah, you can just toggle the speech bubble here to either see it or not see it, and you can reset the text so you can know what it kind of looks like. And in case you need to move the camera, I don't know why you need to, but you could. So that's cool. You can zoom out in case your character's humongous, or it's very small, like little man style, so you could just zoom in. And then reset camera will just reset everything. So with that being said, now we're going to go to the next one, which is this one, character editor, which is the most and the best one in my opinion, because this helps you basically put in the character. This is where you can also like check out all the characters you have. For example, I have a few characters. I don't think they're here. Are they? No, they're not. Dang. For example, you can put like custom characters in from your own thing, like my character. And this is where you actually zoom in and out. It's actually used, and you can move the camera because you want to know where you're gonna put him. Like so you can use the arrow keys to just move them one at a time. Um, and the shift will help you move them like increasingly speed, like ding 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 by 10. So, and I believe if you need them to reset, there you go. You're gonna hit Z, and then play animation is exactly what it seems like. You just play the animation. So, and this will, and WNS is like it says here. It will basically show you everything that you have. Um, Now for the stuff that's on the right side here of my screen, um, this is where you're actually like putting the stuff in. For example, you want to choose like, I don't know, a basic character depending on who it is. So if you're making a boyfriend, then you would click boyfriend and then do all that. But in case you're not doing that and you're actually like, I'm gonna pick, someone that's like, my height, the dark character size, then you'd put their name in, go in here, and then you would just type in their name like dark, and then hit reload image, and he'll show up. This also includes characters for that are playable, like boyfriend. As you can see, this is a reskin, so we're gonna ignore that. We're actually gonna put boyfriend and then back. Where's I think there you go. So we're gonna put that back. We're actually gonna put, sorry, I'm trying to see. There we go. I think that one works, or something like that. Something. Come on, bro. You're embarrassing me. Dang, he doesn't like me today. Damn. Yeah, it's normally that easy, but for some reason this guy's being very difficult with me. But I've done it already, so it's not that as hard as it looks like right now. All you have to do is type in their character name and then call it a day. Um, yeah, that's really it. And then you go over here, you can change their icon. For example, you can give them whatever icon that your health icon name is. So you want to make sure that that is exactly what it says on the file. So I'm gonna keep it BF here. Um, then you can also change where the Y is. I don't really know why people would use this one because the arrow keys again is way more simpler. It's way simpler. You can do it by ones, tens, like it's way easier than doing this, except this is for like where you want the camera to be whenever it pans over to them. So that is actually useful because like for example, you don't want boyfriend to be over here and then your camera is just chilling all right there because you forgot it. The scales also kind of show you how big the character could be. So you can make the character small like that or big, you know, you can make it to where they try not to outline with the other characters. You could change the color of their health bar. So I believe this is what's gonna happen when the character like passes it. It will become that color. And then you go over here to animations. Then you just basically put it in, and it will normally, if you have the XML file, automatically put it in. But just in case, you might have to type it in yourself, and especially if it's your own custom character, you will need to go into the XML file by just clicking here, going into your file of whatever character it is, you know. So then, like here, and if I go to my characters, and then here, and then oh, sorry, wrong one. You'd go into their XMLs here, and I normally like to do it on like Notepad or text word, whatever you got, and then just doing this, copying these without the numbers, and then just going over there and to this, and then literally just typing that in, or typing, or just Control V works too, and then yeah. You shouldn't really need to do a should it loop unless it's a specific animation that needs to be going over and over again whenever it's going on. So, like for example, because really don't want your character to just be like, you know, you don't want your character to loop if they don't need to loop, you know what I mean? And this is also where you can show the frame rate of it, like how many frames it goes by. This is for, I believe, what like animations are either I not gonna be in there or whatever. I forget how that one works. I told you again, I'm like a beginner, but I'm just trying to make sure people that don't really know what they're doing can kind of get a gist of what they're doing. And we're gonna just end out this because I don't really need none of that. So then chart editor is basically explanatory. You basically go into a chart. You just just add your charts here, add them all here. You can play the song if you have a song. And these are for events in case you want to, like, for example, if we go here and we go to event, we could just do like a hey, set girlfriend speed, you know, and then like there's a bunch of them, like you can kill henchmen in the back, you can do a camera zoom, you can do make them freak out, and then like see, there's a lot of them, like playing animations and or alt animations. And there's also like changing characters, which is that known one that most people don't really know, and changing scroll speed. So like in case you want to do like a screen shake or make it to where your character goes from, which like mine, how you can see here, will go from boyfriend regular to boyfriend super saiyan. So therefore he will need this event whenever he changed forms. And then you also need to change scroll speed in case you're like one of those things where you change it in the middle of the mod, like, oh, you think you want to go slow? How about we go fast now? Dun, 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 and you start going like maximum effort or whatever. This is for like, doing long notes. For example, you see, we select one of these, which one? Like, I don't know, just this one. Yeah, and then we'll just you make it like really long, really long. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's infinite as long as it goes down to whatever level your song is. Then you can make the note type whatever it is. Like for example, if it has an alt to it, you could set an alt to it. You can even do the hey, or you can just do no, so nothing. And then you can make this where you do the must hit or not, which will have either boyfriend here. This is why I like Psych Engine right here, because you can actually do the girlfriend talking. In which case, in this case, if you were to do girlfriend and you only have the basic girlfriend, she's only gonna do her up, down, left, right, animation where she like points up, points left, points down. So if you want girlfriend to actually be involved, you might want to give her a mic. And that's requiring art, by the way, which I'm not good at, which is why I got people to do it. So that being said, then you can have their alt animations activated in case you have them here. You can also change the BPM here, but that's not really necessary if you can just do this. Um, but like it really depends on you. On this part, it will change whatever section you're on, so you don't have to worry about it changing the whole thing. And you can swap sections, like so in case you accidentally started charting on this side, you could like boom, put that over there, and it will just copy. And you can actually copy the last section, which is nothing, and then just paste it to the next one. So if you need to do that, and then a lot of these are really bad. Um, disabling auto scroll means like, this will not do that. I believe. I think I haven't really tested these. And then you got all these different options, which are really for pros. And then you could like play sounds for them whenever they hit them. And then you can actually like in case the instrumentals are too quiet, you can boost those up. Or if you need the voices to lower down, you can boost those down to where there's no voices whatsoever. And then over here is where you can name the song, you know, and because this will only go into the file, it doesn't actually have anything to do with the songs whatsoever. Like I could name this poop bucket. I don't know, poop bucket. This has like you will not see the name poop bucket whenever you highlight over the song. You'll see whatever you put in the week editor thing, and you can change the BPM here for this like how it will start, like the initial BPM, and you can see the song speed. You can actually change the characters in case like you want to do your own character, maybe with boyfriend in the middle for some reason, and then I don't know, maybe you just decided you want to go against Pico. Yeah, or something. Or maybe you want to do some weird action where you're actually going against, like, I don't know, yourself. So, yeah, and you can actually change the map here, which is actually pretty cool. And this is where you would also find your custom maps if you already put them in. And you can it will have an option to save the event, save it. And you want to, like, periodically hit these buttons because the second you crash means the second this is all over. You could actually add the textures in case you want to change the notes, and this is actually where you can go ahead and do that. This is where you put the file names and everything, and you can reload audio, reload the JSON in case you have the JSONs. And yep, there you go. There's a crash moment because I did not have a file named poop bucket. But that is now besides the point. Now that you've seen that as really all there is in the actual thing here, then this is where you get all the stuff. For example, if you want to put videos, it even tells you right here. You can just put your videos, and it even gives you requirements right there of what they have to be. Most of these have like little tidbits that will help you, like see like readme text, and then you just kind of like click on it, and it would tell you right here. Um, but just in case you don't know, this is where you put your weeks. So this is where you save your weeks here. It already says right there too. Like you literally just save them once you go into the week editor. And then in case you have the songs, you go here. Obviously you want to make sure you have a mod folder like that. And see, then I can go to songs here, and there's one of my initials. We're not gonna play that right now. This is also where you put your custom sounds in case you have custom sounds like you know like for like if your character like shoots or something. For example, one of my characters have a shuriken, so I had to put a shuriken sound. um this is where you put your actual custom stages. It even says right here, so it's actually easier to make JSON files of each of these, so recommend you get learning on that by doing some JSON file converters or LUI converters, because you will need a lot of things like XMLs, PNG converters, audio converters. It's really weird, depending on what you're trying to do. This is for music in case you want like get title and stuff. This is where you have the regular basic music. Whenever you hit the play music thing on the like dialogue, like in case you want music playing during the dialogue rather than just like background sound, you could do that. Um, this is also where you get most of your stuff. For example, this is where I had the characters. This is where you put the dialogue in case or the regular dialogue JSON files so that you can save those there. This is where you put the icons. Like these. And then you had to make sure you save those names in case you want to use them. Background, you already see where this is going. And this is where, in case you're like changing letters or whatever for the custom fonts. Yeah, see, it even says right there. This is where you also would need to be learning how to code, because that, in order to do certain things like that, you will need to learn how to code. This also includes these. I'm gonna ignore that. You saw nothing. Pretend you saw nothing. That's where you put your like folders, for your charts and your dialogue. We're not going to talk about why it's called that. Okay. This is where you put your custom notes, right here, and custom events. I mean, that's if you have like custom. You shouldn't really need that. And then this is for the JSON files of your characters. I normally just put mine actually like because I know it does say to put them there, but for some reason it wasn't working for me. So in case it doesn't work there, just remember you can always actually go here and then just put them in. As you can see, my character is right there, um, and so is my other one. My other characters that are named Boyfriend are not in this one because I actually was gonna put them in the other one, but I haven't gotten to doing that yet. So because unlike everyone else, my character files are right here. They're right here, so as you can notice. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. They disappeared or something. Who knows? I guess they might have disappeared. Or I put them in. They're right there. Yep. So these are all my character files, and this is where I was putting all my stuff, like the characters for the the JSONs. I put them normally in the assets folder with all the other characters, original characters, because it actually works surprisingly easier. But if you want your mod to be like everybody else's, then and you want it to be difficult as well, put it there because why not? But for me, it crashes and I can't do that, so just saying, second solution, in case you want that. Yeah. And this is actually pretty simple. You just do the weeks there, like I said. And if you don't want any of the other weeks, remember to go into the assets folder of the original game. Go down here and get rid of everything. Yeah. Because if not, they will be there and people can play them, and there's nothing you can do about it. See, like, there's nothing in that folder because I think I put it in here. No, not even in there. Dang, I must have put them in one of these. No, I left it in the regular one. Yeah, I did. Okay. Well, that being said, that's all I really got for you guys. Basically, you could use some like files, I guess, in case you want to recolor. Because I know some of you out there are probably not artists, just like me. You want to make maybe a reskin of a character, just like recolor, like how I did. With like this character and stuff. So in case you want to do things like that, like where you reskin what they look like, um, I recommend using GIMP. GIMP is not very reliable with finding XML, so remember that if don't alter where the character is or whatever if you're just doing reskins. But GIMP is really good at doing these like just fine detailed jobs of coloring and stuff. So that's why and I export them normally to here, like I said, on my desktop, so I can just drag them in, like boom, me like that. And that's also why you'll see this, because you don't want to keep them in these files, because these files, which are the JSON files, are not going to be able to go in these ones. So, or at least they're not going to work here, because it's not where they're supposed to be. But I had to make sure I had boyfriend assets and all them, so that when I put them in here, like the electric notes that you see up here, that I went down to where the files were, which are actually over here, then you'll notice that boyfriend is there, which is the same boyfriend you just saw, and my assets for JSON are there because I put them there. So yeah, that's really it. That's all I got for you. Again, quick access is probably your best friend. And if this video helped you at all, leave a like on it. Maybe subscribe. I actually do Friday Night Funkin' content here. Um, and I do other video games, so maybe you might enjoy the the videos I make. And I might even do some more tutorials in case, there's other things that come out that I can help people that are like me that are stupid. I'm not saying that you guys are stupid. I'm just saying I'm stupid. So in case you're stupid like me, here you go. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.